This is Miss Schilling. I'm at the Museum of Jewish Heritage, and I'm also standing in front of the Statue of Liberty in New York City. While here at the museum, I purchased a book called The Tree in the Courtyard, and I'm going to read that book to you. It's by Jeff Gottesfeld. The two of us looked at the blue sky, the bare chestnut tree glistening with dew, the seagulls and other birds glistening with silver as they swooped through the air, and were so moved and entranced that we couldn't speak. Anne Frank. The tree in the courtyard lived for 172 years. She was a horse chestnut. Her leaves were green stars, her flowers foaming cones of white and pink. Each fall, she let spiky seed pods clatter to earth. In winter, her bare boughs etched lattice against the pale blue sky. She grew near a city canal. Seagulls flocked to her shade. For the first part of her life, her world was the courtyard. She was not yet tall enough to see beyond the homes, workshops, and factories. Then one spring, she stretched above the orange roofs and took in the beautiful city. She spread roots and reached skyward in the peace until war came. Explosions shook the ground, rockets split the night. Strangers invaded the city. The first winter of war, a new owner came to one of the factories. He had a wife and 2 daughters. The older girl was quiet and proper, and the younger was lively with dark hair. When they visited the factory, she would play by the canal or right by the kitchen window. She wrote for hours. Even when her father called her, she wrote. The tree loved the sight of her. In the heat of summer, the girls stopped coming. The tree dropped worried leaves until she spotted the girl in the factory annex. Her family was there too, a mother, father, and a boy soon joined them, and later another man and a black cat. The girl and her father stitched ragged curtains from the main windows. From time to time, a face might peer out between the cracks. The only clear view was into the attic. There the girl would read, stroke the cat, and brush her unruly hair. Sometimes she stared at the sky. Mostly she wrote. She filled a red, white diary. When warplanes roared and bombs rocked the annex, the little girl fled into her father's arms. She did not come outside. The tree did not understand, and the war dragged on. Once through the curtains, the tree watched the people light the candles and sing. The girl grew pale and thin. A young woman helper who worked in factory brought her pens and paper, and the girl wrote and wrote some more, and she filled page after page. The 4th winter of the war, the tree saw the boy with the girl. They would talk and laugh or simply gaze out the attic window, and her bare branches glistening with dew. So moved in entrance that they couldn't speak, they kissed. The tree made her blossoms extra bright that spring. And Molly's gonna hold the camera. Late one summer morning, men in gray uniforms came to the factory. They ripped the curtains from the annex windows, dumped the girls' papers to the floor, and herded the people into waiting black cars, and the cars sped off. The woman from the factory gathered the girls' writing. The tree kept vigil. Summer, autumn, winter, spring, the seasons changed. The war ended. Only father returned. He was thin with sad eyes as he padded through the annex like a living ghost. The woman helper gave him the girls' writing, and they cried. The tree lived on, but she was never the same. Time passed. To her surprise, the other children came to the annex. They walked where the little girl had walked and sat where she had sat. Some found a wind-blown seed pod on the pavement or gazed at the tree, so moved and entranced that they couldn't speak. Year after year they came. By the end of the century, the tree had lived a full life. She was ready to die. Many strangers came to try and save her. They injected her with medicine. They trimmed her crown and cut her sprouts from the trunk. They built her a steel support and collected her seed pods like gold coins.
Oh,
The tree recalled how few had tried to save the girl.
hey Lance, I missed your call.
The summer the girl
What's going on?
would have turned 81, a storm snapped the tree's trunk in two.
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Just like the girl, she passed into history. Just like the girl, she lives on. Her seeds and saplings have been planted with love. One grows in New York City, where Twin Towers once stood. Another grows at an Arkansas high school. Still more grow in England, Argentina, and France, all around the world. Though the new trees are still young, children come to visit. They read the girl's words about a chestnut in a courtyard glistening with dew and touch the thin trunks. They are so entranced that they cannot speak. And that's Anne Frank. There's the Statue of Liberty. And I'll see you all in August.